What's going on, y'all? Brother Shay here, New Orleans Revival Center, Restoration Embassy, Ambassadors for Christ, and we're just here to add another volume to our Christian Apologetics series. Got a good one for you today. I want to talk about, was Israel's slavery a punishment from God? I'm going to explain Genesis 15. See, a question that often comes up when reading Genesis is this: why did God tell Abraham that his descendants would be enslaved for 400 years before they had ever even sinned? In Genesis 15 and 13, God tells Abraham that his offspring would be strangers in a land not their own, oppressed for hundreds of years. And I just really asked myself, God, why? They didn't even do anything yet. Like, was there some type of, usually, when God is talking about Israel being thrown into exile and things like that, it's because they did something. But I was like, why was this the case? Here's the key issue. Israel didn't even exist yet, and therefore they hadn't committed any national sin. So this suffering could not have been a punishment. Not all suffering in the Bible is a result of sin. Sometimes suffering is preparation, not correction. God was revealing future history, not issuing judgment. Israel's time in Egypt was part of God's redemptive plan, not a response to disobedience. Egypt became the place where a single family grew into a nation. Under pressure, Israel multiplied, developed identity, and learned dependence on God rather than on themselves. God also gives a critical reason in Genesis 15 and 16 when he says the iniquity of the Amorites was not yet complete. This shows that God delayed Israel's inheritance, not because of Israel's sin, but because of his patience towards other nations. God does not rush judgment. He waits until it is fully justified. And through Egypt, God revealed something essential about himself. He is not just a promise maker, he's a deliverer. The Exodus becomes the defining story of Israel because it shows God's power over empires, false gods, and human strength. Israel didn't earn freedom. They were rescued by grace. This pattern echoes throughout Scripture: suffering before glory, bondage before redemption. It even points forward to Christ, who suffered without sin so that redemption could be revealed. So Israel's slavery wasn't punishment. It was purpose. It was preparation. And it was God writing a redemption story before the people even existed. Another example of this that I think of is Abraham when he was asked to sacrifice Isaac. Some people say, what kind of God would ask Abraham to sacrifice his son? The same God that sacrificed his son, even though he didn't make him do it. But that's Bible basics, y'all. Till next time, be blessed.